This is MassX with a brand new Enigma of Sepia EOS video. I am back. I had a bit of a discrepancy with the developer for this game. Everything has been worked out now to everybody's satisfaction. So I am back, and now we are going to be talking about some stuff that's occurred and what's going on right now, because some big updates have occurred since I have been last on to do a video. Well, of course, we got Obsidian, which I just started really getting into testing, so I'll do some follow-up with what I think about this character. In my opinion, has some of the best, though, artwork they have done yet in the game. And what we got this week is Healington, which is an interesting character. It's another of the SSR pluses. They've now started to do that where they're rotating the SSR pluses in on those off weeks. And I like it because they're going into the general pool after the fact, so you don't have to be so hyper focused on those banners when they come out if you can't, especially if you're free to play. But what does this character do? It's a really interesting character. It's a heal protect, and Hero's Oath, the rage skill, heals all allies by 10% of their max HP. Now, I am not a huge fan of healers in this game. I don't think they're very productive. If you play the game, you know it's high damage, quick stuns, etc. So let's go on and see what else this character can do. 20% chance to apply Elf to the Curse class ally with the highest attack if any is present. Elf and Hero are bound buff. No more Elf or Hero will be applied once bound in battle. Now, looking at Elf, that's what we really need to look at. The carrier receives plus 30% hit rate, that's really nice. Plus 30% pierce rate, that's really nice. And plus 10% damage. The effect cannot be removed and will retain after revival. That is absolutely sick. Hero, the carrier receives plus 20% healing rate, protects 2 random allies after each action, reducing the strength of rage skills they receive by 20% for 2 turns, and the effect cannot be removed and will retain after revival. Okay, who cares about the heal? That's absolutely stellar. Wow. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Light of Healing, the passive normal attacks healing effect increases to 180%. And basically, as you leveled up, you're going to be able to get higher percentages, as well as at level 5, normal attacks healing effect increases to 280%, healing doubled if the target carries Elf. All right, let's go ahead, and that's just our normal passive, of course, which is just stats. And then, of course, we have Flower of Promise passive. Upon death, heals all allies by 20% of their max HP, activates only one time per battle. And of course, this is going to go up, of course. At level 2, you're getting that 30%. What's at a level 3? There's a lot of text there. Upon death, heals all allies by 40% of their max HP, activates only one time per battle. When the cursed class ally with the highest attack falls, the caster swaps HP with them while granting them Hero Statute. Activates only one time per battle. What is Hero Statute? The carrier heals the target with the lowest HP by 5% of their max HP after each action. And then we've got Memoir, which comes in at level 5, which is going to gain 100 rage per turn, lasts 3 turns. Okay, yeah, this character might turn out to be a really solid support character. I mean, all you have to do is pair it up with your best attacker, and yeah, giving them that pierce, that's really going to be good. Now, the joint attacks, nothing's really sticking out to me stellar wise, except for, of course, yeah, that would not be bad. Yeah, using this character with Cronus would be actually pretty interesting, having 2 very good support units, and then round it out, of course, with a tank, and hopefully at least 1 super high DPS, 2 if you think it's necessary. But damn, yeah, this character might turn out to be very good. Now, amongst getting a new SSR Plus, we have, of course, our newest beast. It's Reindeer. And let's take a quick look at what this character does. First one, passive surgery AoE and debuff, deals damage equal to 4.5% of max HP to the target and all surrounding enemies after each action of the carrier while applying diagnosis for 2 turns, randomly chosen from feebled, decrepit, exhausted, maimed, and weakened. And basically the breakdown is right down there. So you've got decrepit with a minus 10% speed, exhausted with a minus 10% crit, maimed with minus 10% hit rate, and weakened with minus 10% pierce rate. Let's go ahead and see what else this character has to offer. We've got the decoy passive. That's a reflect heal, 20% chance to reflect the incoming damage to the enemy with the lowest HP percentage. Heals the target by the actual damage dealt by the reflection if it kills the target. And the last one, wildness passive, plus 20% rage skill strength while restoring 10 rage when each turn starts while the carrier is above 50% HP, plus 10% damage resist while restoring 5% max HP when each turn starts while the carrier is below 50%. You know, I had to test it out, but honestly, beasts overall I've not been overly impressed with. I can count on one hand the ones I actually like, but that's fine. Nobody goes too crazy actually on these, it seems like, anymore. And as you saw, we have Healington, and if you don't want to go after that character, you should have some other options available to you also. Now, if you did not know, the Dimensional Trap, they added a bunch more levels now. So if you weren't aware of that, you can go hit that up to clear out as far as you can to give you some extra good stuff. And probably some of the biggest news that happened while I was away not doing videos was the reconfiguration on not only unlocking characters, but also to Shikigami and Beast. So that was a big plus because, quite honestly, especially with the beasts, it was just, let's just lack of a better word, dumb how much it took to get those beasts up. So I'm really happy that they finally stepped forward and actually made some real changes to this game for the Shikigami, for the beasts, and of course for building your characters. Outside of that, that is it for this video. I am now really picking up playing this game a bit more, especially for the month of June, while I hold off for a few more games that I'm very interested that are releasing at the end of June. So I'm going to be really working on a few of these newer characters and testing them out. So I'm hoping to have some new content for you guys. But with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.